That's the one way I know when I'm really channeling
Yeah.
or I'm getting into channel. It's because I start to hiccup. It's so weird.
Yeah.
The hiccuping goddess.
Who would have thought it, right?
Who would have known? Oh, aloha, everyone. We are back. We have some treasures to share with you. They are absolutely magnificent and divine. We're going to segue over to our wonderful Diane. She's going to give you a little insight on what we're going to be looking at first. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for this shared opportunity. I'm loving that you're watching the videos, that we have this moment together, especially in the ethers. I love, 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 love your responses. Please check out majesticmystic.com. That's where you'll be able to find a lot of these things that we have shared with you over the days, months, weeks, and we enjoy when you surf and take a look at our website. There's always something new and wonderful to check out. Majesticmystic.com. Majesticmystic.com. Thank you very, very much. Okay, let me give you a few rules again. Number one, I would love to pick a stone out for all of you, but in this genre, you need to pick it out for yourself. So, and time is of the essence, because I'll tell you what, these things go fast, really fast. So even when you're watching the video, should you see something that you really, really are interested in, pause the video, get to the website, and put in what you need to do in order to receive these wonderful friends. I love you as Earth Keepers. I love you as fans. I love you. I think it's fun. Okay, so here's Diane.
Hi, I'm Diane, and I get these crystals at the Tucson Gem Show, as many of you know that have watched these videos. It's so much fun doing this with Akeeya. We have a blast doing this because she loves crystals and I love crystals, and it's just, I hope you enjoy the video. People have said they just enjoy watching it even, because it's like a little visit with her, and I enjoy the visits with her doing this. So today, most of what I have are generators, and I'm going to read a little bit about what a generator is so that you will know. Generator crystals are also often the favorites of those involved with alternative healing. They generate and direct energy in extremely precise and regular pulses and patterns. Generator crystals, always the point ends in a six-sided faceted point. Now these are polished crystals, so that is not a natural six-sided, but they're made to have six sides, and they all come together at the point. They're also called projector crystals. A generator crystal can be found as small as a quarter-inch or as large as a very tall object. These are powerful stones no matter what their size. Generators do what their name implies. They generate and project energy. Each of the different crystals is distinct to what kind of a crystal it is. So with just that little bit, we're going to switch over. The first crystals that we'll be showing you is a series of rose quartz generators. Rose quartz is all about the heart chakra. It has the energy of compassion, peace, and gentle healing. It helps reduce stress and create a calm demeanor. It's an antidote for grief. It helps you have a strong spiritual connection, and it has the energy of Mother Earth. It helps with healing and light and love and hope. Also, rose quartz is prized because of its beautiful pink color, and I try to buy quartzes that have really good pink color because they're just prettier. That's what they are. And they're great in any home environment, even if you're not using them for specific healing. So we're going to start with the first generator.
Thank you, Diane. Isn't this magnificent? I'm going to zoom in for you. So you can see this. Wow. Look at that. This one has like a channeling face. So this piece is E for $80. E for $80. And when I saw these, to me, they remind me of pillars of light that you can put in your environment to raise the vibration, especially the vibration of comfort and compassion. Quartz is considered the stone of compassion. Sometimes some of you will have some rose quartz that will turn a brownish color. That's when it's been really working hard. So that's a good sign that you need to clear it or cleanse it. And what's really beautiful here, right here on the back, it almost looks like there are angel wings or wings of birds inside of this particular generator. This is E80. E80. And this is significant. I think this is a good significant size. Not to be hidden. She wants to be shown. Oh, now this is rose quartz, but this is lavender rose quartz. I hope that you can see it with our lighting here, but this is definitely lavender rose quartz. Excuse me. Sometimes my words just keep going. Here we go. This is a beauty. Lavender rose quartz. This one is F for 60. F for 60. Look at that. I love this one specifically because even though I'm putting it here and there's not a lot of heavy light here, it's almost like translucent. Like I almost can see into it deeper.
Can you see on that one how it has different planes of color? It's lighter at the top, and then there's a area that gets darker, and then very at the bottom.
And oftentimes in quartz crystals or in crystals themselves, you see how they have it looks like there's fractures within the crystal itself. Those are called Devic temples. So you divas out there, here you go. This is a good one right here. All right, we're going to the next one.
Okay, this is a little smaller one, very pink.
Ooh, and this one's interesting because it's great standing on its own, but it's also wonderful. You can use it to open your energy centers. You can utilize it to clear your space. This would be perfect in the boudoir. You put this in the boudoir, and then every once in a while before you feel like making love, you take this and you just kind of like sweep it and dance with it. Put on I like berry white. Put on some berry white. Put the berry white on and walk around your boudoir with this, and ooh, your Kundalini will be rising like you would not believe. So this one is E27. E27. And look at the depth of color in this. This is primo to me. Look at that. This is such a beauty. And oh my goodness, if you don't want to display it, if you don't want to use it to clear things in your environment, you can use it for meditation. Look at this. All these crystals you can utilize for meditation. But you can also, maybe your tummy needs a little bit more loving. You put that right by your tummy right there, and just with the intention. Of course, you cleanse your crystals, keep them nice and clear. It's just like us, especially if you're going to have an intimate moment. I think sharing time with crystals is very intimate. It's a very special time. So we want to present ourselves to the mineral kingdom in our clarity, in our cleanliness. So this is just, this feels so good. Oh, you know what it feels like? It feels like pink, furry. Ooh, goodness. That's what it feels like. I don't know how else to explain it. Pink, furry goodness. Sent out a little love wave to the audience. This is E for 27. E for 27. It's interesting because there's almost like a bubblegum kind of a scent to it, like an energy bubblegum. I don't know where that takes you, but I think there's someone that's watching that has a story about bubblegum with their loved ones. And this is like something to remember of those wonderful moments, bubblegum moments. And so it's E27. This one's going to be gone. Okay.
And this one has a neat sparkly stuff going on. Also, all of these are cut flat on the bottom so that they stand pointing upwards, and that's part of their generating their energy that way.
This one is a sparkly rose quartz. Listen, my sparkly goddesses out there, my sparkly people. This one has sparkles. It's like glitters inside the rose quartz. She was right about that. I'm curious about how that manifests. So the sparklies literally create little rainbow pops of light inside of it. This is A for Mamakeeya, A35, A35. And oh, this is a beauty. Oh my goodness. I want you to know this is, while we're filming this is my first introduction to these crystals. And it's so fun because they are ready. They are ready. And I really believe that some of these crystals already know where they're supposed to go. So if you're getting a prompting that I'm supposed to have that crystal, there's a reason why. There may be a contract of some sort that you have with the crystals, and people say, contract with the crystal. Yeah. It's like they know where they're supposed to go, and they know the healing that is necessary. And that's what I want to tell some of you who aren't what is considered a licensed healer or schooled, but you just are a natural. Listen, much of this audience, you are natural healers. I think all of us are healers. All of us are healers, but it depends on what we're trying to heal on some level. And in order to heal ourselves, we have to find what works for us. And I have found in this lifetime that the mineral kingdom, crystals, supplements, they are the best for my body. And think about it. We are crystalline beings. The majority of us is crystalline. And so what these crystals do is they amplify. So when you find a beauty like all of them that I'm seeing today, this one is a magnificent A35. This one is wonderful, and it's going to go to someone very special. But then again, I think all of you are special. Look at that. I hope you can see the sparklies in it. It says, I care. I feel this is like for self-esteem too. I feel like this crystal is really, especially, it's like that song, I'm coming out. This is like, it's like, I'm ready to shine. I'm ready to sparkle. I'm not going to be tarnished by other people's negative comments, judgments, and beliefs and opinions. I care about myself, and I care about others too. And this is a wonderful crystal for that. Okay, A35.
Okay, this is the last of the rose quartz generators. This one's very translucent, and it has amazing internal structures. You'll see that when you look at it.
Okay, guess what song is playing? As soon as she handed this to me, Stairway to Heaven. And she's buying the stairway to heaven. This is like divinity. I would call this crystal divinity. If it was mine, I would. And there's sea creatures. That, at least that's what I see. Now you might see something totally different, and that's perfectly okay. That's why we're seers. Hello. What do you see today? I'm sure you're seeing something here right now, but this looks like you're in the pink oceans and there's like a whale that's coming. It's like joyfully coming to the surface. This has many king. Oh, that is the most beautiful whale image. Okay, I'm going to point it. Whomever receives this one is C for $27. C for $27. And what's wonderful about this one, if you receive this and you see this tag here, see where the C is, then you want to take your finger and just follow it up, 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 and then you'll see the different. There's sea creatures in this one, okay? Mermaids. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, and there's even it looks like a fairy on the moon or a little girl or a bean. It doesn't have to be male or female. It's a bean, a winged bean. Oh man, this is one of those crystals that you can just it's a wonderful form of crystal meditation is to get yourself in this nice sacred space. I like to have a candle lit, some incense. I always ring a bowl. Anyone who knows me knows I'm always going to be ringing that singing bowl or singing bell. And then put on some good music and allow yourself. I always use a flashlight to illuminate it, and just it's a form of meditation. And it's just to look at your crystal and enjoy all of the facets because when you become intimate with your crystal becomes intimate with you, and it will change images. There will, because crystals are never done growing, right? So you're going to see things in this crystal that will assist you on your journey, or perhaps assist someone that you love on their journey. But in order to truly appreciate this crystal, it needs to not just be sitting on a shelf. This one is meant to be seen. You know, there's a lot of scenery out there. This is a crystal that truly is meant to be looked upon, probably at least daily, because it's just, well, this may be one of the ones that you may never see, because the goddess is kind of like saying, what is this? And it's really, and there's even a pyramid on top. This is wonderful. C27, C20, C27, C27.
The next crystal that we have are amethyst generators. I have 4 different amethyst generators, and I'll read you a little bit about amethyst and what it's good for. It helps to soothe the mind and emotions. It has been prized since ancient times, all the way through until our present time. It also carries properties of creativity, passion, and spiritual connection. It has a very high frequency, and it is good for clearing away negative energies. It stimulates the third eye chakra here and the crown chakras there. And it's also used as a talisman of success. Many people feel that the relaxing energies of amethyst helps them to sleep. So this one could be in your bedroom on your night table. It bolsters decision making, and it gets rid of excess attachment. It empowers you to trust your gut instincts. So the first generator we have to show you is actually a smoky amethyst. It's mostly amethyst, but it has some smoky quartz blended in, and it's a spectacular piece.
This is C60. C60. This piece literally is a beacon and generator of the most brilliant light. I was looking at it and I just became enchanted by how the light reflects off of it and all the many different facets and images. This is C60. So I have to say something to you. It's important. Many of you have attended my galleries or have had sessions with me, and I treasure those moments. It's quite an adventure on so many levels. And many of you know that once I go into channel, I start to hiccup. And it's something that happens to me involuntarily, but that's how I know I'm in channel on some level or going into it, because I start to hiccup. Okay, so if during this film or any of the other videos you start to hear me hiccup in the middle of presenting something, it's because I'm channeling, and I apologize. Forgive me if it seems rude or for whatever reason, but it's not. It's divine. It's a way for you to know, oh, she's in channel. And when I am in channel, I am not going to remember the majority of what was shared with you during that moment, but I will remember the energy. It's the energy that I see. And sometimes that's why I tell people, be careful about what you're viewing, whether it's through media or even out in nature or within different environments, because it does have an effect on your energy field. And these specimens, these crystals that are being offered here today, Diane has brought, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, in my goddess opinion, the best of the best, and at very reasonable prices. And you will find specimens here presented today that you might go somewhere else. It could be online. You can go to the Tucson show. It could be Sedona, and they might ask 10 times more than what you're seeing here. So let's be real about this. This is not about greed. There is a mission here. And so these pieces generate wonderful things. I have been blessed to go to so many wonderful crystal shops throughout the decades. It's been decades. I love to say that because I earned it. My favorite all time was Sanctuary Crystals. And I remember Ed would always have the finest crystals there. And so I think I learned from the best. And in my journey, I have been introduced to others who are also those who know the quality of crystals and what their purposes are. This crystal, C60, this is, I love this word, splendidly exquisite. That was for Mr. V, by the way. He likes that word, splendid. Isn't it beautiful? The song that was playing, and that's what I wanted to tell you about those who have come to sessions and galleries. There's times that songs, tunes, lyrics, melodies will come into my brain, and then I'll have to express it. I have to express it. I have to tell you, I can't suppress it. Once I'm channeling, it's going to come out, and I cannot edit what comes out. Not me, because it's not me who's talking. It's, the divine. So what I want to say with this crystal here is, when I touch things, I hear songs and music. I believe that's the universal language. Many say it's math. I believe it's that there's math in music, but I think music is the universal language. With these crystals, when you bring them in, pay attention to the songs that come into, or the melodies or the rhythms that come into your energy field as you have this here, because this crystal here will enhance any environment. And it is powerful. And the song that comes through, and I apologize because I don't have any copyright to these songs. I probably mishmash the lyrics, but they're my song when I start to sing it from my imagination. I like to put things together. So this says, put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. C60, Smoky Amethyst.
Okay, these next two are smaller. They would be excellent for a desk or a
Can I
nightstand.
have the two together? Because
Yes.
they're saying it's the other one.
Oh, the Chevron?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so these two like each other a lot.
Mm.
I think they're a pair, but they understand it's a possibility they will be separated, because they've already experienced separation. These crystals are very empathetic when it comes to um, almost like a feeling of knowing what's feeling separated is, and treasuring being together. Look at, there are two different types of crystals. So let's start with one, but these are the two. I'm going to give you the information right now, and then Diane is going to, and then we'll continue. So this one is B35. B35, and this is an amethyst. Look at it. Oh, this crystal is so funny. This crystal is like, let's talk. Let's talk. This is a chatty crystal. Well, it for me, it has a combination of the personality of Dr. Ruth and Martha Stewart. That's what it's cracking me up. But this is a wonderful, but that's what I'm picking up right now. The crystal, even though it is such a spiritually wonderful, gentle crystal, you can be wonderful and spiritual and gentle, but you can also be fierce. And that's what this is. This is a goddess crystal right here. Whew, wouldn't this be wonderful on top of a staff? Look at this. Magnificent. This is B35. Now this one, Diane is going to give you a little more information on.
Well, this next one is what's called a Chevron Amethyst. And Chevron Amethysts have bands of white going through them in a zigzag pattern. It's really a form of a phantom is what is creating that. And the bands, Kia will show it to you closer. They represent the different planes inside the crystal. Chevron Amethyst.
I was introduced to the utilization of Chevron Amethyst by Melody, the author of The Love is in the Earth series. And I remember how absolutely amplified my psychic experience was, my journeys were, when I meditated with this on my third eye. And I'll tell you what, for those of you who understand, having this Chevron Amethyst on the third eye, or you decide where you want to intuitively place it, but I had the experience of utilizing a Chevron Amethyst on my third eye, and then around me were a variety of crystals, and it was so much fun to switch out the crystals around me and do it with the Chevron Amethyst. And it was like shifting channels to different dimensions and aspects of myself or a situation. It was a wonderful journey. So this is primo to me, and it's so beautiful. Look at how beautiful this is. I really believe this is the first Chevron Amethyst that I have ever seen. I really do believe it. And look, I believe that's a channeler face. And so this is like, whoo, Chevron Amethyst A for Kia. 25, A25, truly a beauty. Okay, so now I'm going to reunite the pair. So B35, they understand this is a very sacred moment. You know how you're coming together and you want to take all those pictures. It's a very sacred moment. And so we're all going to get in the camera of energy and we're going to wish them both well and acknowledge that they had some kind of a connection that was just really joyful and healing for them because they had been separated from those that they loved, and it was almost like a sacred reunion. You know, there's many of you, several of you that I have encountered, but also that you have encountered in your own lives, where you meet them and it feels like that you've known them forever, or you could trust them forever. There's no question whatsoever, and they don't disappear. They don't disappear in good times and bad. They're present somehow, some way. And when they're not, you trust that wherever it is that they've gone, that you're going to come together again. And so, in honor of these two, B35, A25, Chevron Amethyst. Oh, they told me to switch sides. Sorry. I love listening to my crystals. They're just like saying, no, no, can you? Okay, they're posing. Can somebody do Facetune? Do they have crystal tune? I don't know. I'm having fun with you. Okay. Oh. Oh. They said it's not goodbye. It's see you later. So I believe that because these two are bonded, that whatever direction they go, they're always together. There's no separation between these two. And so, say this piece goes somewhere south and this piece goes somewhere east, the two will help each other. You know, it's kind of like, I don't know about you, but a good phone call to a loved one far away keeps that connection strong. So have fun with these two.
Okie doke. Here's the final one. This is the last amethyst.
Here's the final one. This is A25. A for 20. Oh, there's a being, a fabulous being. Wow. I absolutely adore drag queens. And I have to tell you, there's a drag queen in this crystal. A beautiful, I mean, with these a headdress that you would not believe, smiling like Cher. She comes through with very caring energy. A25. She says, I hear you. Little fairy fur there. And that's A25.
Okay, so now we're moving on to Amazonite. Amazonite, I have two generators to show you. I will read a little bit about Amazon. Boy, that's a tough one to say. Say it fast 3 times.
Amazonite, Amazonite, Amazonite.
There, you got it. This ancient gemstone is known as the stone of truth and courage. It was used by tribes in the Amazon region. It also helps calm the soul and spirit, assisting the mind to be more rational. It can help you embrace your integrity and confidence while setting better boundaries. It also assists in balancing male and female energies within the body and enhances relationships. Use it to empower nonverbal expression. Keep it near your computer to help block electromagnetic pollution. It also aligns the physical and the subtle bodies.
I am just going to say that this generator, which is a Mamakeeya, for $60, for $60. When I was holding it up for you to see, as I gaze upon it, this is a seer Amazonite. You'll see it almost even looks like they're very clearly mountains. And there's just so much going on. There's so, visually. Some people say I can't see those things, Akia, even when I meditate. But this is so clear that you'll see it. Just relax. Relax your eyes and you'll see it. I see a myriad of amazing scenarios, and it's so peaceful. It's so peaceful. Well, it just depends on what time and dimension you're in. But I feel like I'm supposed to say this. This crystal is just so beautiful. I think it's a message, and there's a gift in regards to this. It feels like this stone is going to the most specialist place. But it says this: sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. Someone's been having a hard time sleeping because they've been through some nightmares that didn't have to happen with their eyes closed. This is a wonderful stone to bring peace and tranquility into any home and into any heart. This is a wonderful stone. This is A for Akia, $60. Wow. This is B50. B50. Ooh. And this one's doing the exact same thing that other one was doing, but with its own style. Like this literally is a seer Amazonite. This one sings, I'm so in love with you. I'm so in love with you. I'm so in love with you. That's what it says.
Now I have two Lepidolite generators. Lepidolite is one of my favorite stones, partly because it's pretty, it's purple, and it has sparkly flecks in it. It's purple with white running through it and sparkles. But it's also a very important healing stone. So I will read you a little bit about it. Lepidolite helps release and reorganize old patterns. It contains lithium and is good for stress and depression. Lepidolite points energy towards the highest good. Use it for meditation and emotional healing. The vibrations of lepidolite are supportive for all the chakras, which are your energy centers in the body, and they promote synchronicity. Its peaceful and nurturing qualities are soothing. If you have stressful times, and boy, who doesn't right now, It can assist in overcoming addictions as well. Use it to assist you in building self-love and self-trust. And both of these are $27. I'll let Akia show them to you.
Ooh, they are pretty. Look at all the sparkles. One of the first things I learned about this particular stone, Lepidolite, was that it's wonderful to grid your sacred spaces with. Your sacred spaces can also include your vehicle, not just the home, not just your body, but your vehicles. Now, this is a wonderful, wonderful stone. It sets up a protective barrier that is gentle yet breathable. This stone has a breeze to it. It reminds me of the breezes in Hawaii. Just, you can feel the breeze. And it told me that it really likes stained glass. So whoever receives this, I think that it would be fun for you to have something that's stained glass close to it, because it really enjoys that. And that's good. Keep the things that you enjoy close to you.
Okay, and here's the other one.
Whoa, this one is like a heavy duty, like it just, as soon as I held it, it was like, boundaries, putting its foot down. I almost felt like it was a release from codependency. I felt it like real strong, like I felt like it had walked through the steps necessary to know what was necessary to instill in healthy boundaries. That's what it felt like. This one is B for 27, B for 27. And for some reason, while I'm holding this, I feel like it assists those who are mastering something or are masters. So, and keeping it safe, protecting what you have mastered and honoring that. That's what I felt like. Okay.
I'm just going to give this one to Akia because she can talk about laser wands better than I.
Look at this. This is a Soulmate quartz crystal laser wand. Laser wands are usually thicker at the base and thinner at the top. If you look, you'll see the two. They're snuggling each other. They're soulmates. Look at, and I love this because as they're embracing, look how clear you can actually see this crystal's energy. There's like almost like a ribbon of rainbow that it's like she's swooning, or he, or these crystal beings are like merging towards one another. Look at how beautiful. I love these. Laser wands, you have to be very careful of where you point them, because they do literally cut through things energetically. That's not a bad thing as long as it's like not, make sure you know where you're pointing this. But this particular crystal, it can be used for that. But I would say I would actually have a receptacle of some sort, perhaps with sand, and I would stick the crystal like this in what you would consider the feng shui corner for romance. Everybody has a particular style. But in a corner that you are trying to invite romance in, or that you're trying to amplify the energy of romance, maybe even going beyond just romance, maybe where there's like a soulmate union of the heart, of the mind, of purpose. This is absolutely beautiful. And you'll see it when you receive this. You're going to see the images of almost like these ecstatic etchings of ecstasy. Soulmate Quartz Crystal Laser Wand. It's beautiful. Let me bring it closer here because sometimes on their journeys, just like us, they get little bumps and bruises. So, but it's almost like that's why I like this piece together as soulmate, because both of them have had their bumps and bruises in life. It's beautiful. E38.
This is called Sardonyx. I have 3 large pieces of Sardonyx. These are just the most incredible looking stones. They've got breathtaking patterns in them. I will read you a little bit about Sardonyx. It's a variety of chalcedony agate with layered bands that range from translucent to opaque. It's been valued since ancient times and has also been heat treated for a long time to enhance its colors. The Romans used it for carving cameos. This is a stone of strength and protection that can enhance courage, happiness, and clear communication. It is thought to bring lasting happiness and stability to marriages and partnerships. This is a power stone that helps one project your charisma and a powerful image. Use Sardonyx to promote virtuous conduct and integrity. It can increase stamina and vigor and help with self-control. It helps to uplift depression and overcome hesitancy. Sardonyx. I will let Akeeya show you these 3 incredible stones.
This is A for $20, and it's, again, this would be a wonderful stone to meditate with the images in the stone. I'll show you one that you probably can see well. See the dragon? See the white dragon? Isn't that cool? Now watch. If I turn it this way, you can see there's a baby in the womb. So this would be a great fertility stone. Fertility, prosperity. And then if you turn it this way, I see a little baby bird on the back. But when I turn it this way, I see an angel with wings sleeping in bed. This is just, and just because I see those things, you may see something completely different, and that is okay. That's what's wonderful about these stones. This is a beauty. This is Sardonyx, A for 20. A for Akeeya. It's important for you to also remember the name of the stone, not just the letter and the cost, because there's many A's for 20s. So make sure you know this. This is the Sardonyx. This is amazing. And look, I can see it. Maybe you can too. Look at the lion. This is great. This would make an amazing piece of jewelry, wouldn't it? Ooh, how about this? Part of a crown. It would be heavy, but this is amazing.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, this is B for 20. B for 20. This is Sardonyx. I want you to look. I'm going to hold it. You're going to see the eyes and the smile. This is goofy. Look at it's kind of a goofy looking, like laughing, smiling, a little bit it's beautiful. And then if I turn it this way, it looks like the sun setting or rising. It's just so beautiful. B for 20. And I'm sure you'll see other things too. When you receive crystals, if it's your first time or if it's you're a seasoned crystal gatherer, take time to always turn them in different directions. Especially if you're thinking about changing directions or perspectives, this is an excellent stone. Changing direction and perspective. Seeing things from a different point of view,
Okay.
which would require listening.
And after you present this stone, you've mentioned clearing crystals a few times.
Yes.
Maybe we can tell them how to do that real quickly.
Okay, Diane's going to tell you how to clear crystals really quickly. I utilize Melody's methodology, the white light method, but this is so, just feel this. It's like I don't want to let this go. This is C for 20. It's Sardonyx. It just feels like it's, look. And there's like so many angel-y or winged beings in this one. There's even looks like a alligator mermaid. Yeah, an alligator mermaid right there. It's so beautiful. All right, so this is C20 Sardonyx. And now Diane's going to share with you ways that you can clear or cleanse these crystals.
Thank you, Mamakeeya.
Mm-hmm.
What fun. Real simple. These are just real simple methods for clearing crystals. You can wash them with salt water. Salt takes away any negative energies that might have built up. You can put them in sunlight, or some people like to put them in moonlight. You can cleanse them with sage by smudging with sage or Palo Santo or any of the things you smudge. But the most important thing is your intentions. You can actually program crystals. Tell them what you'd like them to do in your life as you clear them. And tell them that you want certain energies that you would like to have around. It's just as simple as that. The most powerful thing is your mind and your intentions. And that's what I would have to say. And Mamakeeya might have something else to mention with that too.
Let's see. May I have one of those crystals, please?
Sure. How about the wand?
Okay. So there are many methodologies for clearing and cleansing. And throughout lifetimes, there have been those that resonate well for me and have worked well for me. I am a doubting Thomas, so there is a part of me that always has to experience it for myself before I really truly will believe it. So that's why when I am engaged with others, I always need to acknowledge that they may be in a part of their journey that either I haven't experienced or I have experienced. And a lot of times, some of those experiences will trigger emotions. And the reason why you want to clear or cleanse your crystals is because everything is energy. And you don't know who's touched these crystals or what they've experienced on their journey to come to you. So they just want to be refreshed. And so what I do for myself is this, and I'm going to guide you through the process. If you have a crystal with you at this time, and I really do appreciate when my audience creates their own little crystal grid right before they watch these videos. How fun is that? Send us a picture of what you created, but let's share those little crystal grids and the intention, setting an intention for why you're viewing this video. It's not just about acquiring crystals. It's about sharing wisdom in a way that you're receptive for, and then offering the opportunity for you to in some way experience it for yourself. It's not that you don't have other options. Please, you might have someone local who will have amazing things. These particular stones, from the moment they are acquired, there is a clearing or cleansing process that's happening once Diane receives them. She has such wonderful, wonderful vibration. She's like lifts everything up, and she does a really good job. I'll tell you that right now. Even though we're exchanging the crystals in front of you, these will have to be cleared on some level, but I'm going to show you my method, what I feel works for me. And it's up to you. I feel like it's wonderful when you taste something delicious, like a great recipe, and you want to imitate it. But on some level, you want to also put your own style to it, okay? And if anybody knows me, my mother is Filipino, and I love her so much. But she always would make me laugh because, one of the most favorite things I like to eat, being Filipino, is lumpia. And when I would wrap the lumpia in front of my mom would laugh and laugh and laugh. She would say to me, "That's not a lumpia, that's a burrito," because I would roll them so big. But that was my style. That's how you knew it was made by me, because they were bigger, a little bit bigger, okay? That's just my style. So let's do this. If you'd like to select a crystal, you're welcome to do it the way you do it. But this also, because this is a soulmate wand, I'm going to really make sure on many, many levels that whoever does receive this receives a great blessing with it also, that it comes from the creator of all that is. So what I do is usually once I find a crystal, I attune to it, and I attune to it by exploring it, holding it, sharing time with it. Sometimes I will pick a crystal, and it's just an instant bond, and I know that's what that one's for me. That's why I give myself a choice, and that's why you're given choices in your relationships. Okay, we're talking about a soulmate wand. You're given choices. There might be 10 laser wands in front of you, but they may not all be for you. And the only way you're going to know that is by trusting your intuition. So now I have this in my hand. I've attuned to it already. I take the crystal and I'm holding it this way. You can hold it however you want. This is perfectly fine. There's whatever it is that's comfortable for you. But I will hold it like this, and I would just put it in a position that's comfortable. I'm focusing my third eye. It's where my part of my psychic center. Well, third eyes. I had the three, right? Focus that onto the crystal. And then I visualize and open myself up to universal healing light. And if you watch my hand, I'm gathering that light. I know it can beam down like a beautiful waterfall of light, and it's doing that already. But I'm kind of like concentrating it. You know how you have to concentrate on an area that you know it feels good and you want to keep doing that? That's what I do. When I'm doing this, even though there's a waterfall, a beautiful pillar of light that's flowing, it's flowing, that light is flowing into this crystal. And as it's flowing into the crystal, there is a receptacle of light. Mine looks like a nest of fireflies, lightning bugs of all different colors, almost like tiny, tiny fairy lights of energy. And then as the universal light is flowing, I continue to allow it to flow. And I have learned that I don't have to beam it through my third eye. I can just do this, and it does the same exact thing. But the reason why I want to beam it with my third eye is so that I can somehow witness or watch the shift or change or experience what's happening with the crystal. Now, you can do this with your eyes open, but I see better sometimes when it comes to energy if I just close my eyes and just allow myself to gaze. I know where the crystal is in my hands, and I have it in a way that it's secure. The crystal is not going to fall. Okay, be careful of that. You don't want to do this when you have a room full of people buzzing around that are having a great time, but they might not be mindful. This is something that you need to do in a moment, a quiet, sacred moment. But you know what? I've done it in airports. I've done it in bathrooms. I've done it in all kinds of places because it was necessary. So I look at it, I allow and I say these words. These are the words that I say. And I've gathered these words over time. I invoke the light of the divine creator of all that is within. I am a clear and perfect channel. Light is my guide. I invoke the light of the creator of all that is within. I am a clear and perfect channel. Light is my guide. And then I keep watching the crystal, because at the same time it's clearing, I'm also drawing in the positive healing receptors of creativity into this stone. It was already there, but this is where I'm allowing it to not only be cleared, but to also receive an intention as to why this clearing is necessary and what its purpose is at this moment. And I clear my crystals often, and I change my words often. Sometimes all I have to do once the crystal is cleared, and I say sometimes because it depends on what and where I've used the crystals. Some crystals I can do like this, and some crystals they kind of need to go into the spa. And so, be mindful of that. Your crystals will tell you if they're happy or they're not. You might want to put it in a position in your living room that you thought would be great, but the crystal might tell you, no, I don't need to be there anymore. But if you move a crystal that has been in a space for a while, make sure you clear it because it's new energy coming in. Make sure you clear your crystals. Now, there are crystals that you cannot put in salt water or put in water, or you should not. Angelite is one of those stones. I learned that the hard way. Angelite is so pretty and smooth when it's polished, but I rinsed mine under the sink and they turn chalky. So that, I don't need to give you all this information now. I was just sharing with you how important it is to clear your crystals and your own methodology of what you think. I like to give my crystals a bath, and I always check to see if it's okay to put them underneath the water, because some of them will dissolve. You don't want that. Halite will dissolve. Yes, it will. So there you go. This is very special, special crystal. For those of you who are into tantra or tantric sex, this would be a wonderful crystal to hold in union with one another and just feel the energy and the vibration. Very beautiful. And if you're thinking that you're truly wanting to draw a soulmate into your life, this crystal is whew. Okay, Soulmate Wand E38. E38.
Thank you, Akia.
Uh-huh.
I think that's all that we have for today.
That's it, my folks. Thank you so much for your time. Some of you received a healing or two during this broadcast. It is not limited to the date it was filmed. However, I believe all of these will be sold quite quickly. And even if this should show 10 years from now, I think there's important messages that those stones were sharing with the audience. And for those of you who are sensitives, you received it. For those of you who are intuitive, which we all are, whether you recognize it on a conscious, subconscious level, it's the good stuff, because nothing bad comes from me to you and vice versa. I don't invest in that. Thank you. Majesticmystic.com.
Cut! Where's my thing right there that goes like that?
Oh, yeah.
It's in the cabinet.
You have one of those?
I do, I think. Unless my children swipe